Hello students, welcome to online session of class 9th chemistry chapter 2 part 5. The chapter name is matter around us pure. In previous session we had discussed about solutions, or we can say true solutions. They are come under the category of homogeneous solutions, and in this session I will take suspension and colloidal system. Suspension and colloidal system come under heterogeneous mixture. You all are aware about homogeneous and heterogeneous. Homogeneous, those have uniform composition and properties throughout the mixture. And heterogeneous, those don't have uniform properties and composition throughout the mixture. So let's start suspension. What is suspension? A suspension is a mixture between two substances. That means we need two substances, one of which is finally divided and dispersed in the other. Means like we can take the example of muddy water, we can take the example of chalk powder in water. So in this, chalk is finally divided and dispersed into water. And in muddy water, or you can say sand in water, sand is finally divided and dispersed in the water. And there are some examples, some other examples like dust in air. Dust in air is also a very good example of suspension. And droplets of oil in air. So they all are suspended in something, or you can say they are dispersed in some kind of medium. Like sand in water, the medium is water, dust in air, the medium is air, and droplets of oil in air. That means here air is a medium. So third point, particles in a suspension will settle out if the suspension is allowed to stand undisturbed. Means what I want to say, that if we put a suspension for some time undisturbed, the particles of suspension will settling down at the bottom. Means they are unstable, like we dissolve sand in water and keep it for some time, the sand start settling down at the bottom. So they are unstable. Many particles of a suspensions can be separated through a filter. Means it's very easy to separate the particles of suspension through a filter paper. If you want to separate the particles of suspension like chalk in water, like sand in water, you can very easily filter the particles of suspension by a filter paper. Suspensions are heterogeneous mixtures with particles that have diameters greater than 1000 nanometer. It is important the particle size is greater than 1000 nanometer. So they are heterogeneous mixture. They are heterogeneous means the properties and the composition is not uniform throughout the mixture, and they have size more than 1000 nanometer. And the size of the particles is greater enough so that they are visible to the naked eye, because the particle size is bigger, so we can easily see the particles of suspension by our naked eyes. Naked means without any lens, without microscope, we can see the particles of suspension. Like you can very easily see the particles of chalk in chalk water. When you try to dissolve chalk into water, you can very easily or very simply see the particles of chalk in water, because the particle size is great enough that we can see by our naked eye. There is no need to use any kind of lens, any kind of magnifying lens. And the last point is they do not transmit light. Means they will not show any Tyndall effect, they will not show any scattering of light, which is shown by solutions, true solution. The true solution transmit light, means they show Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect is based upon the name of scientist. Tyndall effect means they will not show any kind of scattering of light. Hope you understand about suspension. Let's start the second type of heterogeneous system, which is also a very important system, colloidal system. Colloid is something intermediate between a solution and suspension. Means the properties of colloid is in between solution and suspension, and you all are aware about solution and suspension. If you all are aware about solution suspension, you can very easily understand the properties of colloid. So colloid, first point, the size of the colloidal particles is in between the size of particles of true solution and suspension. Obviously, because it is an intermediate state between solution and suspension, so the particle size is also in between the size of particles of true solution and suspension. And you all know about the size of particles of true solution and the suspension, right? And the second point, while a suspension will separate out, a colloid will not. While a suspension will separate out, means if you want to separate the particles of suspension like chalk in water, like muddy water, you can separate the particles of suspension by a filter paper, because the particle size is bigger, so they will not cross through the filter paper. But in case of colloid, we cannot separate the particles of colloid by help of filter paper. Why is it so? Because the particle size is low, they can cross through the filter paper. So we can't separate the particles of colloid by filter paper, or we cannot separate out the particles. Now the next point is there are 8 different kinds of colloidal systems. One of them, solid plus liquid type. Means in this chapter or in this topic, colloidal system, we will study 8 different kinds of colloidal system. Means depending upon the dispersed phase or dispersion mediums. Like we can take dispersed phase solid, we can take dispersed phase liquid, we can take gas, and dispersion medium also we can take solid, we can take liquid, we can take gas. So this type of colloidal in which the solid forms a dispersed phase. Dispersed phase means the substance which we are dissolving is known as dispersed phase. Like in case of chalk and water, chalk is dispersed phase, and the liquid dispersion medium dispersion medium is water in case of chalk and water. So has a fluid-like consistency and is called colloidal solution or called sol. So the another name of colloidal solution is known as sol. So you all should be aware about the another name of colloid, which is sol. Sometimes question come in the form of sol, like what are sols. So you should not get confused. What are sols? Sol are also known as colloid, or colloid are also known as sol. The particles of the dispersed phase in colloidal solution are called colloidal particles or sol particles or micelle. The particles of the dispersed phase or dispersed phase means that is solute. In case of solution, it is known by solute, and in case of colloid, it is known by the name dispersed phase. So the particles of dispersed phase are also known as colloidal particles, or you can say sol particles, or you can say micelles. Micelles is a very important term which you will study in next class. Micelle is related to soap, and we'll study about soap solution, how can the soap solution will form, then you will study about micelles. For now you have to know that that colloidal particles are also known as micelles, right? Colloids are mixture with particle size that consist of clumps of molecules. Colloids are such kind of mixture in which particles consist in the form of clumps of molecules, and the particles have dimensions between 2 to 1000 nanometers. Particle size is between 2 to 1000 nanometers. And the important point, colloids look homogeneous. They seems to be homogeneous, but actually they are heterogeneous. Like you can take the example of milk. When you see milk, you think milk is a homogeneous mixture, but it seems to be homogeneous. It is heterogeneous. Several fat molecules, protein molecules are also dissolved inside milk. So if you want to filter the milk, through filter paper, you can't filter the fat molecules or protein molecules filter out by the help of filter paper, because the particle size is very small. They will cross the filter paper. Here are some examples of solutions and colloids. So there are 3 columns. First column is based upon dispersed phase and dispersion medium. So we will change dispersed phase and dispersion medium, and depending upon the dispersed phase and dispersion medium, there are different kind of solutions and different kind of colloids. So first I will take solution. Like if your dispersed phase is solid and dispersion medium is also solid, dispersed phase and dispersion medium is solid. In case in case of solution, we can use the term solute and solvent. Means if solute is solid and solvent is solid, your solution will be alloy, and the best example of alloys is brass, and that can be steel as well. And if solute is solid and solvent is liquid, it can be ocean water, because in ocean water, number of salts dissolve in water. So salts are solid and water is liquid. And if solute is solid and solvent is gas, it is sulfur vapor in air, or you can say dust particles in air. Dust is solid and air is gas. So dust particles in gas, or you can say sulfur vapor in air. Solute is liquid and solvent is solid. So the example is mercury in copper, or you can say amalgated zinc. Amalgated, whenever you see the term amalgated is related to mercury always. So mercury in copper or mercury in zinc. Here mercury is dissolved inside copper, or the another example is mercury in zinc. Liquid in liquid means solute is liquid and solvent is also liquid. And the best example is alcohol in water. Alcohol is liquid, physical state liquid, and water is also liquid. And the liquid in gas is fog. Fog is a very good example of liquid, where the solute is liquid and the solvent is gas. Now come to the colloid. Now we will take the term dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Dispersed phase is solid and dispersion medium is solid. Colored gems are very good example of solid in solid. And solid in liquid means when we are dissolving some kind of solid into liquid. So blood is a very good example. Jellies are in case of jellies, you will use the term gels and sols. Gels and sols are also known as colloid. So jellies and blood are the example when the dispersed phase is solid and the dispersion medium is liquid. And solid in gas means the dispersed phase is solid and we are dissolving solid into gas. So solid into gas means smoke. Smoke can be an example of solid dispersed phase, and dispersion medium is gas. Because in smoke, several dust particles are present in air. Liquid in solid means something liquid dissolved in solid. So pearls and opals can be colloid, and they are the stones, and they are the best example of liquid into solid. And liquid in liquid is mayonnaise, which we are using nowadays too much in our food eating habits. Emulsion is a very important term, which I will later explain about emulsion. These are some important terms which we are using during colloid. Aerosols, emulsions, gels. Liquid into gas, when we are dissolving liquid into gas, hair sprays or any kind of perfumes, they are or the chemical term is aerosols when liquid is dissolved into gas. So these are the example. Now 3 more. Gas into solid, when we are dissolving gas into solid, means the solute is gas, so it is a hydrogen hydrogen into palladium. It is used as a catalyst in higher class. You will study what is hydrogen into platinum or hydrogen into palladium. Actually, it is used as a catalyst when we are obtaining vegetable ghee from vegetable oil. It is used in the hydrogenation process. And gas in liquid, cold drinks are the best example of gas in liquid because carbon dioxide present in water. So carbonated drinks, here are some brand, Dr. Pepper and Sprite. You can write the term carbonated drinks, gas and gas, homogeneous mixture, air. And now come to the colloids. Colloid gas into solid is marshmallows, ivory soap, gas into liquid, foams. Foams are also a very important term. Whipped creams. There is no example of gas into gas. Hope you understand about the colloids and suspension. Thanks everyone. Stay safe and healthy.